Okay, hello
Okay.
everyone, and welcome to the first conversation between Will and Axel. And we met each other in Japan. After I took an ice bath, and I went in the evening outside to a jazz bar, and there was Will, a very small jazz bar in Japan. And then I flew to China to see Will, and then we went. I joined Will and his friends on a road trip in China, so it was really cool.
Yeah.
And now we're both, I'm back home, Will's back home, but we are continuing our interaction. And I think what's particularly uh, interesting about our interaction is that we have like a different way of thinking because we are from kind of different cultures, but also there is a lot of overlap in some things. And I think it's interesting to see which things are overlapping are the same and where we have different perspectives because I think our different perspectives from different cultural backgrounds can is very enriching, and I found the conversations that we had is very enriching. So yeah, it's been a while since we spoke to each other. So
Yeah.
so how's it going?
When I back to my hometown, back to my
Mhm.
city, the life go back to a routine.
Yeah.
So it's good, but it's not good enough.
No. Yeah.
So,
This is also what I find. I was also
so
we were both traveling on the road trip, and then you have like the aspect of life where it's spontaneous and creative. You have that in life, and it's social. But then you miss the structure a little bit. You miss maybe working or going to the same places. But
mhm.
now that I'm going back to my normal life, I also miss kind of the spontaneous part. So it's about finding a balance for me. I don't know. It's a bit.
The new balance is building, but I think for me, I have the chance to have a road trip. I had a chance to meet new friends. I had a chance to experience the new feelings.
Hmm.
So when people have a chance to own these things, people will not that kind of expecting the real life, the normal life. And I think I always want to escaping from the normal real life.
Yeah.
So I prefer to sleep and dream. And the second choice is drink and smoke. So I drink a lot, I think. I drink a lot and gym a lot. So that's what I do. But even I have a talking to my friend.
Yeah.
I say uh the love between me and my families is real.
Hmm.
It is very clear. It's real. But my heart is always thinking about flying far away. So
Yeah.
it's very complicated. But that's
Mm-hmm.
my real feeling that
Mm-hmm.
the connection, the love flowing between my me and my daughter, me and my wife, me and my parents, the love is real. The love is touchable.
Mm-hmm.
But my heart is always taking away, pulling me away from the real life. I
Escape.
want to, yeah, it's a kind of escaping. Yeah, it's a
Mhm.
kind of it. Maybe that makes your topic.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, this is also. I think this is one of the things where we are have a lot in common. I think we are both trying to escape, but we have
Yeah,
different approaches. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Why we want to escape?
Um,
Why we want to? Why we don't just stay stable? The new places always means some dangers.
yeah.
We can be curious. We can be curious about something.
Yeah.
And the curious means that it lead us to some new things. The new things sometimes is positive, sometimes negative, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we always want the new things,
Yeah. We want a new
the
thing.
the the new things. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why do you want the new things? Is the bad thing is the old things bad or not good enough?
Yeah. I think that's the, but I think my mind is playing some tricks with me. Because I think what's going on is there is some things in my life that I find challenging. I don't like it.
Challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah, challenge. Yeah.
Yeah. And and then I think, oh, maybe if I'm in another country or if I'm doing something else, then life will be easy. So I think that if I change this external circumstance, that things will be okay. Whereas the challenge that I have and things that I have to deal with is internal. So it's not dependent on external circumstances. I even think that external circumstances are only like a reflection of what's going on inside. So trying to escape and trying to change external circumstances is, I think it's just the mind playing games. Because I think the real solution is to look inside and yeah, to see what's going on. And it doesn't matter if I'm cycling and I'm dealing with my problems, or if I'm traveling abroad and learning a new language and then dealing with my problems there. My problems will always come with me, but I try to, yeah, I was kind of try to escape in that sense. To, yeah.
Ah, that's nice. I think the point you say the brain setting is playing tricks on
Hmm.
us. I
Yeah.
think that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's about biological structure. The
Hmm.
brain always wants something,
Yeah.
and 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 the new things makes it more active and make it
Hmm.
more happy, a kind of happy.
Yeah.
And so we want the new things and have a look at the new things. If the new things is good enough to replace the old things.
Yeah.
Um, oh, that's good. That's good. I think that's a very good perspective.
Yeah.
It means from the biology biology research can have an understanding of how this kind of people think and how they are thinking, how their opinions appears from the brain point from the brain. I read a book. It maybe is about at this moment now or at this moment it says the brain is like a dog.
Hmm.
The
Yeah.
brain is like a dog. It always wants bones. Only the bones can satisfy it and make it peaceful.
Hmm.
When the dog is having a bone and is treating it is the dog has a bone and the dog can have fun.
Hmm.
So our brain, the saying is our brain is like a dog.
Okay.
So
Like a
we
dog.
always want to. It's like a dog. The brain always wants some bones. So
Hmm.
the new things is a kind of the new bone and satisfy the brain.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
uh,
That's true.
so,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think you have a very good understanding of
Mm.
this kind of thing.
Yeah.
But there's another problem that people knows and people cannot do it well.
Mm.
We all know some principle. We have some knowledge. Our life is keep chasing for something. For
Hmm.
me, I attach to a lot of things. I attach to some feelings. I attach to the emptiness. I attach to the possibility. I attach to new people, new feelings. So that's also a kind of escaping for me. So I'm not sure it's good to escape or just stay at the same place.
No.
So I don't know how to judge.
No.
And even I don't judge my judgment, but I don't know which one is the direction I will choose with my soul. with my body, with my brain. I hope them stay together, but I I think maybe escaping is okay. But
Mm.
I hope I escape together,
Yeah.
not my mind is here, my body is here, my brain is here, and my soul in another direction.
Yeah.
That feeling makes me bad when I'm escaping. It's okay. We together, we pack together, escaping to one place, to one direction.
Hmm.
But when I today my body went to this direction, my mind went that direction, my soul went another direction, and that makes me complicated.
Hmm. Yeah.
Can you have some feeling about my talking? Like escaping is not good or bad, but if I escape separated, that makes me complicated and makes me make my life
That's interesting.
uh,
So on the one hand, you have a situation where you're escaping, but your mind, body, and soul are escaping in the same direction. And in the other situation, everything, your mind, body, and soul are, um,
when the curious when I'm curious about something and the curiosity is big enough,
yeah.
they are together.
Hmm.
They are together.
Yeah.
But when the things is not interesting enough,
Hmm.
they are separated.
Yeah.
So so you can understand.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand.
So so just like the road trip, we have the road trip together.
Hmm.
If the view, the mountain and the land and the beautiful things is strong enough,
Hmm.
and all my spirits, all my energy,
Hmm.
they stay together and make a connection between me and you and the mountain and the river. All the things they are together.
Hmm.
We are escaping, right, on the road trip.
Yeah.
But but sometimes things that things separate the escaping. Maybe they separate my body, separate my mind, separate my soul. So the
Hmm.
feeling is that I'm escaping, but I'm separated. So the feeling is sometimes good, sometimes bad.
Hmm.
So uh,
Yeah.
it's interesting. Even though we talk about escaping, there's different layers, different levels.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. And I think this type of escaping with the connection of the body, mind, and soul, I think that's a different kind of escaping. I think that's what we are looking for. Like this is in life what we are looking for. But I think it's nice if you can have that experience in the simple thing.
Hmm.
Because now
Yeah,
when we are on the road trip, of course you're gonna have moments where you are wow, you are so impressed by the landscape and the nature, that there's a connection between these things, and you're let's say you're going in that, and I think that's a nice good feeling, and I think that's a moment where you're present, where you're not trying to escape to the past or the future. So I think in that sense, it's not really escaping because you're present. So it's a
yeah. So I'm talking. I understand. I'm talking about the feedback of the escaping,
hmm
the feedback.
yeah,
We love escaping, right? We already talked about this. So I think we can make an explanation about escaping.
yeah,
Like we talk, we talk deeper. We talk to our bad memories. We talk about some memories in the childhood. We don't like it, and we can make a joke and close it, and
yeah,
to other topics. This is a kind of escaping, right? And we are having a relationship to some other people, some people, maybe girlfriend, maybe my wife,
hmm
but we have problems. We have some problems, no, maybe not big enough to divorce or something. We are good to each other, but some problems we never face it. It's a kind of escaping. We never talk about it, and we have a very good understanding about the problem. So we skip the topic when we talk about a lot of things. We skip the problem, so it's a kind of escaping. And I know I want to say I love my mother, but I never say it. It's a kind of escaping.
Yeah.
So this is the normal escaping we are doing in our daily life, and we do the road trip to out of our normal life. We don't want to stick to the work, the daily life, the daily routine is a kind of escaping.
Yeah.
So all these are normal escaping. And okay, we do the escaping, but sometimes the escaping, the feedback is even worse, even bad, even very bad
Yeah.
compared to the normal life. But
Yeah.
we still want to escape. You know. So what's the problem? Why? So just like I went on the road trip, on the drinking, on the dreaming, sometimes it's bad, it's nightmare. Sometimes the drinking makes my body feel sick.
Mm.
Sometimes the road trip make people feel tired, but still want it, even though we know the feedback is not always good. We still want it. So
Mhm.
it's very interesting for this one. During the talking, I find out this one. I find this very interesting topic. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It feels like because like for example now I've been traveling for a few months and I just came back. So you would say that yeah, you're yeah, I think that my problems will disappear, but of course they come with you. But you have different kind of problems when you're traveling as a kind of I think for me traveling is a good example of when I'm trying to escape,
Mm-hmm.
get away from the challenges of daily life. And even here
Mm-hmm.
now I've been back for 2.5 weeks. And already I can see myself thinking, oh, I hope I will be now back in Asia or I will be in South America, as
Yeah.
a digital nomad again. Yeah, but there will be different problems. So I think that's the essence to see that, of course, like the place where you are, the things that you do, they will have some impact. They are going to impact your experience. But in the end, I think it's important to also be able to sit with emotions that are uncomfortable and yeah, deal with them. Or I mean, just accept them. At least accept what they are, because of course it will be uncomfortable, but by uh, and I'm talking from what how I am doing it and what I like. I hope I can do it differently sometimes. But when I experience some negative emotion, I try to um,
Mm.
yeah, distract myself. I think, okay, I'm just gonna read some books, or I'm gonna do some activities. Whereas, and then because I'm escaping from it, the problems become a little bit bigger. So instead of 10 problems, I then have 12 problems. So I could have just
Yeah.
do 10, but they become a little bit bigger. And adding those two problems can be, yeah, I can stop myself from doing that because by just accepting the negative emotion and not trying to escape.
Uh, yeah. Uh, yeah. I have a feeling that I
Hmm.
trying to maybe I'm trying to say something like the
Hmm.
escaping needs courage.
Mm.
The
Yeah.
escaping is not a bad thing. It also need people be brave to escape.
Yeah.
We need courage.
Mm.
We do things. We know we are facing some new challenge. We just don't want the old challenge. It's boring. Sometimes it's boring
Hmm.
and it's repeating. We
Hmm.
want a new challenge. So
Mm.
escaping is not a bad thing.
Hmm. No.
It's also a kind of
Yeah.
brave action.
Yeah, that's
It
true.
needs action. It needs courage, and it puts the people who is lazy to do something.
Hmm.
So when I'm laying on the bed for maybe 2 days doing nothing,
Hmm.
escaping is best thing I can do at that moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will not judge escaping. Escaping is my good friend. Why I just him? Yeah, escaping is my good friend. When I'm boring, he just come out. He stay with me, and together we share the happiness and we share the sadness. We share the disappoint things. So escaping is good thing. So embrace escaping.
Where's escaping?
So
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
yeah,
Like,
you had a chance, you had opportunity, and you had a chance, and you had a courage, and
mm,
sometimes you have the money to escape. Why not?
yeah.
Why not? Oh, good. So we hope someone can listen to this, and someone can gather the courage to escape and put the energy together to escape.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we can say it is like a kind of exploring,
Hmm.
curious. We are curious about the new things, and we have the courage, and we have the preparation to escape. So
Hmm.
that's good. That's good. So
True.
I don't want to judge. I don't want to judge the escaping anymore. Yeah, yeah. So for me, like if I love my mother, I don't want to say it. For
Mm,
Chinese people, it's embarrassing to say I love you face by face. But if I have this feeling I want to do that and I escape from this action and I do other things. Actually, my subconscious will push me to do some other things. Like I will buy some flowers for her. Maybe I will remember the birthday of my mother,
yeah.
even though I will not do some crazy things, but I remember it.
Mm,
Maybe sometimes I will pray for my mother by myself.
hmm.
So when I'm escaping from saying the love, I'm doing some other things.
Yeah.
The escaping is sometimes of course, the feedback is not good enough. Sometimes the feedback is not good enough, but I'm keeping finding some new good ways to do that.
Hmm.
So escaping is finding some new solutions.
Yeah.
Escaping is they spend our energy. We need courage to do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we encourage all the people on
That's-
the earth escape from the earth to the Mars. Let's meet again in the Mars
yeah. Let's
on the
meet.
Mars.
Yeah.
So okay,
I think
okay,
that's
cool.
that's a new perspective. Uh, I think you're yeah, our minds combined, maybe we get to a new perspective because before this was not my
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh,
Because we all have the both. You and me, Axel, and we all have the escaping PhD. We graduate from the best escaping institute college, so we are good enough.
yeah,
So we invite more and more people to do a better work in escaping.
yeah,
So we hope more and more people have a better understanding of escaping, and sometimes we face the problem directly, but sometimes we can escape.
mm,
So it's not a problem.
no,
So I think we have a very good point for escaping.
yeah,
So
yeah,
we should celebrate it.
yeah,
Yeah.
nice, yeah, yeah. I think that may be good closing words. That I did not expect this at the beginning of the meeting. Um,
Yeah.
that we
Yeah.
get to this conclusion, but yeah, I also agree with you now. Yeah, that from another perspective, it's also okay to escape. It's it is what it is. Yeah, you can yeah you can look at it from different ways. Like before, I was also saying, of course, that sometimes it may be better to face the emotions, but um, yeah, it can also be useful to not judge the escaping. Like if you're going to escape, maybe it's better not to really judge it because you're gonna do it anyway. And if you feel like yeah, escaping a bit less, then maybe you can take small steps to escape less. Um,
Yeah,
the things I think that's also one thing that we talked about, that the things as they are right now are already okay. And we don't need to, yeah, like in one day you're not gonna change your whole approach to everything. It's already, I think that's a very important starting point, that the things as they are right now, they are already okay, because that is gonna leave up a lot of space. And even if we are escaping, just as accepting it, I guess, is a good starting point. Uh,
yeah. I think that accepting is a for me accepting is a positive word. It's a positive way to deal with life. So
mm,
we can yeah maybe yin and yang.
yeah.
So for me, accepting is like I motivate myself to tolerate something or embrace something.
Hmm.
Uh, maybe I want to I want to say this to see the negative and see the positive, to see the yin and see the yang,
Hmm.
and they are just there. We,
Yeah.
I'm not changing it. I'm not changing it. It's just like it's breathing itself.
Hmm.
So when escaping coming, when the stable coming, when facing, seeing, escaping or something, they are all there.
Hmm.
Just when we are growing a land, we water, we put the water onto the land.
Hmm.
All the things grow up. The mushroom grow up, the seeds grow out, the tree grow out, the grass grow out. So we just put our energy to our life, to our soul,
Hmm.
and enjoy to see the new garden,
Hmm.
the new garden appears. But we don't say we. I only want a tree. I only want one tree, very straight, 3 meter or something like that,
Hmm.
and never the tree never meet winter or something. Just I think it's a way to live the life,
Hmm.
to see it, to
Yeah.
to to embrace to allow
Yeah.
accepting. I think they are all the words that are kind of positive for me.
Mm.
Just
Yeah.
it's like a river. The river flows itself. The garden grows itself. But
Hmm.
people don't cut it. People don't change it. That's good. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That just from my own opinion. It's not a fact.
Yeah.
It's only my opinion at this moment. I will flow too. I will change too. Yeah. So maybe we talk about the positive and negative, the yin and yang. We talk about from one word when people want to say accepting, and I want to change it to see. Yeah, that's me.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. And I think what's also important, or a very interesting perspective, is the, like, if the river is flowing one way, then
Yeah,
it's best to just flow. Like, you can go maybe a little bit left or a little bit to the right, but at least go in a
yeah,
direction of the river, because
yeah. It goes on. It goes on.
yeah, because the world as it is, like, certain things are going to be like really hard to change. So why would we change it? Like, but you can see that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
going in one direction,
Yes.
and maybe we can see, oh, maybe I can like make a certain thing so that it will just turn a little bit to the left.
Yeah, adjust. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very good comparison. It's
Mhm.
a very river is very good one.
Yeah.
In front of the river for people, we are people. We have humanity. We want to change the direction of the river.
Hmm.
But when one people want to change his life,
Hmm.
it's like a digging around the river, want to change the direction of the river. And
Hmm.
the work we do is very small thing to the river. The
Yeah.
life itself is very strong itself.
Mm-hmm.
life is very strong itself. Maybe about the script, maybe about the previous life, maybe a lot of things, a lot of reasons is affecting onto the life.
Yeah.
It's like a river. I think river is, yeah. Maybe we can look at a river. We can find a river next time when we do the broadcasting or something.
Yeah.
You around a river, me around river, and we can feel that respect to the river.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
a good idea.
life is like a river.
Yeah.
Life is like a real river,
Hmm.
and we are the people, the mind and the wordings and the language and the thinking is a kind of human in
Hmm.
front of river. This thing is very small, and life is strong enough like a river, and
Hmm.
our thinking, our actions is small.
Yeah. Yeah. And I totally agree. What comes to my mind is that whatever we exchange, or whatever thoughts we have, they're not our thoughts. It's not our podcast. We just spoke these words. It's not that it's not ours. So it's now in the internet, and anyone that feels uh interested, yeah, you're then also part of this. You're also part of Will and me, and this creation. And what I particularly found really interesting about our interactions is to see which things are universal and we don't need to explain to each other. You understand it, I understand it, even though I'm from the West and you're from China. It's the same. And then there's some things they're different. And then some of the different things we can combine our perspectives and we have a new thing. And then there's some other of the different things that I think, no, it's this way, and you think, oh, it's the other way. And there's no new creation, which is I think is very interesting to see which things are universal and which things are cultural. And what's very interesting, I think, is that almost all the things that we have a different perspective on, we can combine it into a new perspective, into a new way of thinking. And I think that's very interesting and very encouraging. Um, yeah, and I think that's a very, for me, that really makes my perspective positive, in the sense that I have faith that yeah, we can overcome cultural differences in the world and yeah, and be united. So.
We are totally stranger for before
Hmm.
maybe 5 months ago. We
Yeah.
have 1 month together,
Yeah.
and we go to Japan together. We have a crazy night, and we come to Xiamen, that's in the southeast of China, in the
Hmm.
place my city, and
Hmm.
we also go to the northwest of China, have a 14 days road trip and meeting a lot of different kind of people.
Hmm.
Um, look at
Yeah.
the beautiful views, different kind of landscape, and we also have some interesting things.
Hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, so
Yeah.
uh, the difference makes the new connections, new
Yeah.
bondings, and new
Hmm.
opinions.
Hmm.
So that's very good.
Yeah. Thanks as
When
well.
I talk to when I uh for me actually it's a very good uh trigger for
Hmm.
my mind,
Hmm.
and actually is a good listener, and also for me you can motivate my
Mm.
maybe my thoughts. I can talk a lot in
Hmm.
different ways in my
Yeah.
normal life, and I do some it's a kind I do different kind of jobs in my last 10 years, and I
Hmm.
have maybe two or three projects about different kind of business, and but I hope I can have the curious about the world, and I can experience more and create more. So
Hmm.
uh,
Yeah.
and we both do the meditation, and we love nature, and from different country, from different background, and
Yeah.
everything is different, but everything is also the same, familiar. Like
Yeah.
for the family things is
Yeah.
I think it's very important that the family and the gene and the DNA structure us,
Hmm.
but we are going to it's a kind we want to break through or we want to escape from the structure and
Hmm.
create experience new things and create new things. So I
Yeah.
think a lot of people at this age nowadays in the
Hmm.
technology facing the technology and facing the real life, a lot of people is just like you and me. We are also trying to uh build a new structure.
Yeah.
It's like the DNA and the family and the surrounding things, the old friends and their
Hmm.
structure.
Hmm.
But the new structure is always so sexy. The new structure is always so sexy.
Yeah.
So we hope a lot of people who want to have a look at the new structure, we can
Mhm.
communicate more and we can talk more and we can look at the river together.
All right, everyone.
Okay.
Thanks for listening, and see you in the next episode.